For the past few months, I've been taking the time to learn a lot more about this game, and I've definitely come to learn how deep it is and how many systems there are to learn, and honestly, I'm very impressed and I've been having a major blast. So one of the main things I've been doing recently is expanding my worker empire. You'll see I now have nodes connected all the way through Velia, up into the islands throughout here, and then it loops back around and meets in Heidel over here. I also have workers getting figs out in Shakatu, some more wheat farmers down in Duvenkroon, and some knock ore workers down near Grana. Anyways, now that I have so many workers, it's definitely been a lot of food to keep up with them all, and I have all the nodes I need to be able to make workers food, but it's just time to cook it all. So I've purchased myself a residence here in Heidel. It's this one right here. We've got it set all up with cooking stuff ready to cook, and we are gonna cook 1 million beer. That's right, 1 million. So obviously the first step here will be to get more wheat and more of the base materials that I will need to make the beer. All right, so it's been 2 days now of constantly grinding grains and cooking some beer. We definitely have a good start with 64K beer, but if we're going to 1 million, that's pretty slow. In fact, at this rate, it will take just over 2 weeks to finish my 1 million beer. So I've done a few things here. First is I stocked up on some of these event magical verdure droughts. I also definitely should have been doing this from the beginning, but I stacked up a bunch of seafood cron meals. I have more in my storages and stuff. It's definitely a bit easier now with the life skill merge. As you can see, I have my shy here cooking now instead of my lawn. But I'll see you in a few more days once we have a few more 100,000 beer all brewed up. Alright, so it's now been officially over 1 week since I initially set out on this 1 million beer project of mine. However, we did go on a road trip for a few days, so I wasn't constantly brewing the beer, you know? I am just now kind of realizing the monumental stupidity of this task. But I mean, in a way, this game is pretty much just making small numbers go big, and to some extent, who cares what number you're making go big, right? However, I will admit I've probably wasted a bit too much time on this. But to be fair, I'm a university student and it's currently the summer for me, and I'm doing website design work, and I kind of been doing that on like the one monitor while I'm over here farming or cooking, and it's been good, and I bet my workers will be fucking happy with their 1 million beer. So at this point, I'm just under halfway there, which is kind of depressing to think about, honestly. But I mean, it's had some good side effects. I have over 2K, which is delicacy, and obviously I'll basically have infinite worker food. And in the pursuit of this goal, I've gotten my cooking skill up to Master 10. I'm obviously aiming for Guru, and I also started farming, and I've gotten that up to Professional, so I mean, that's a start. Alright, so I'm just finishing up my last few beer here, and then we can go turn these into the storage, and that will make 1 million. Let's drop these in there, and boom, there we have it. That was kind of a stupid project. Looking at this now, it actually took me almost a month to do this, but to be totally fair, we went on a road trip at one point in there, and I obviously wasn't cooking all day every day, because that would just be kind of silly. I actually mainly did other things in BDO and kind of just cooked whenever I got off to go have lunch or dinner. So yeah, would not recommend. Also, I did notice this thing that I found kind of funny. Now, I don't want to necessarily take the credit for this. It's just something that I happened to notice, and it is a mere possibility that I have affected the entire potato market. Because you see, this is exactly the day that I started buying literally hundreds of thousands of potato every single day. And this is the exact day I stopped buying them when I realized I had had enough of them. And there's a funny trend that you might see. Now, I'm just a noob. I honestly don't know if I could be big enough to move the market, but I was dealing with billions of gold of potatoes in this situation, so it's quite possible. Anyway, without any farther ado, in the next video, we are gonna go turn in these 4,000 witches delicacies that we've accumulated, see what we can get for contribution points from that, and see where we want to invest those to help grow our worker empire. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and have a good rest of your day.